analysis of issues happening in Liberia and the rest of the world. Focal TV, with check and balance, we break it as it unfolds. Focal TV, bringing you face to face with newsmakers in town. Focal TV, the best online platform in broadcasting. Focal TV, located at Topo Village, Somalia Drive, Liberia.
Hello there, my name is K. Lyndon Toba. I'm in search of a platform where I can get credible information of our daily happenings in Liberia and the world at large.
Hello, K. Lyndon Toba. My name is Greg Finankorishpa. Haven't you heard about Focal Online TV?
You say Focal Online TV?
Focal Online TV is located within a Topo Village community along the Japanese Highway.
Tell me more about the platform.
This platform, called Focal Online TV Daily Edition of Inside the Print Media, does not encourage any form of dialogue between the viewers and the presenters.
Oh, you mean nobody calling there?
No, you can't call on a show. Let me talking out like when we're no calling there. So all you can do is you will listen to the news, and they can also encourage you to buy the newspaper to listen to the news in details.
But do you do viewer recognition at times?
Oh yes, we do viewer recognition. When you are watching, we notify you, and sometimes we even appreciate you on a show, telling you thank you for always following us. We also encourage you to share the live stream, because the more you share the live stream, we transform and we transition ourselves as a broadcast team as well.
Wow. So when can I better get this program you are talking about?
This program is aired every Monday to Friday at 10 a.m. to 10:45. The program runs for 45 minutes.
Wow.
And guess what?
Wow.
We bring you hot stories of our trending situation within our country, Liberia. Imagine hearing stories from Hot Pepper newspaper, from the Daily Observer newspaper, from Front Page Africa. Are you a lover of Front Page Africa?
Oh yes, I'm a lover of
Front Page Africa, and the Women Voices, and a lot more. Not forgetting international news, BBC,
wow.
CNN, ABC News. We bring you headlines from those standpoints.
Wow, that is very, very, very amazing.
So we say, join us every day on the daily edition of Inside the Print Media at 10 a.m.
Focal TV, bringing you innovation to broadcasting, news, views, comments, and analysis of issues happening in Liberia and the rest of the world. Focal TV, with check and balance, we break it as it unfolds. Focal TV, bringing you face to face with newsmakers in town. Focal TV, the best online platform in broadcasting.
Hello there, my name is K. Lyndon Toba. I'm in search of a platform where I can get credible information of our daily happenings in Liberia and the world at large.
Hello, K. Lyndon Toba. My name is Greg Finankorishpa. Haven't you heard about Focal Online TV?
You say Focal Online TV?
Focal Online TV is located within a Topo Village community along the Japanese Highway.
Tell me more about the platform.
This platform, called Focal Online TV Daily Edition of Inside the Print Media, does not encourage any form of dialogue between the viewers and the presenters.
Oh, you mean nobody calling there?
No, you can't call on a show. Let me talking out like when we're no calling there. So all you can do is you will listen to the news, and they can also encourage you to buy the newspaper to listen to the news in details.
A pleasant good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are watching us from. Welcome to Focal Online TV. Welcome to the daily edition of Inside the Print Media. And of course, we are in the month of December. Our pre-season greetings to you. And we send all of our dearest compliments to all of our viewers out there who are watching in Liberia and out of Liberia. We are grateful to have you on this platform. And for me this morning, I'm saying good morning and good evening, good afternoon, wherever you find yourself. Don't forget, my name is Greg Finakar C-Par, and I serve as your presenter here on the daily edition of Inside the Print Media. So we will commence with our newspapers in studio. We have the Daily Observer newspaper, we have Front Page Africa, we have the New Down newspaper, and we have the Hot Pepper newspaper. So moving onward, we have few headlines from the Daily Observer newspaper, and one of the headline reads, Koji's bodyguard testifies in Shalomusu murder trial today. Kochi's bodyguard testifies in Shalomusu's murder trial today. That is one of the headlines from the Daily Observer newspaper. We run quickly to another one. World Bank lifts Liberia's suspension. World Bank lifts Liberia's suspension. This is another headline under the Daily Observer newspaper. The last one says Dr. Olu Q. Menje is inducted as Tubman University fourth president. Dr. Olu Q. Menji is inducted as Tubman University fourth president. And that is what that from the Daily Observer newspaper. We run quickly to the Front Page Africa. Front Page Africa headline says U.S. and allies increase pressure on Liberia, Marshall Island, and Panama to enforce Russian oil sanctions. This is from the Front Page Africa newspaper. We have another one from Front Page. It says Liberia and Morocco begin preparation ahead of second futurist assessment. Liberia and Morocco begin preparation ahead of second futurist stock assessment. So this is for the Front Page Africa newspaper. And we have the New Down. It says, uh, subpoena is not an indictment. This is the editorial of the New Dawn newspaper. A subpoena is not an indictment. And this is one of the headlines from there. We have reject ill-advised actions. CDC cautions Waka. Reject ill-advised actions. CDC caution Waka. From the Hot Pepper newspaper, WHO regional director wants communities empowered in HIV response. That is from the Hot Pepper newspaper lastly. So we will now run quickly to the New Down newspaper and the Daily Observer newspaper. But before then, let's take the short break, folks. When we get back, we commence our news reading. So please stay with us, share our live stream. This is where we bring to you innovation to broadcasting. This is where we bring to you informative information that you need to know. Get yourself a newspaper too as well and be informed highly about all of the information relating to our country Liberia. And don't forget a pre-season greeting, sorry, to all of you who are watching me. Happy pre-Christmas. Let me say in a prosperous pre-New Year to you. And yes, let's take this break, folks, and get back. I fill you in on the Daily Observer newspaper news and details. My name is Rekina Karishwa, and I will be right back shortly after this water break.
Hello dear, my name is K. Lyndon Toba. I'm in search of a platform where I can get credible informations of our daily happenings in Liberia and the world at large.
Welcome back, folks. Welcome back to my beautiful viewers out there. This is the daily edition of Inside the Print Media. And my name is Rekfina Karishwar. I'm here this morning to inform you about the happenings within our country Liberia through this platform. We encourage you, if you are watching us, to please make use of the comment section. Of course, we have something good coming up for all of our followers and viewers, constantly viewing our show and being along with us on our various platforms. So we encourage you Whenever you get online and you tune into Focal Online TV, drop a comment about something about our news and let's talk about it, and you will definitely be notified and recognized as well. So this morning we have the first headline under the Daily Observer newspaper says Koji's bodyguard testifies in Shala Musu's murder trial today. Jefferson Koji's bodyguard testifies in Shala Musu murder trial today. Bobby Tille, the bodyguard of Monroeville City Mayor Jefferson Koji, is scheduled to testify today, December 4, at Criminal Court A as a special witness for the defense in the ongoing trial of Shalamusu's murder. Tille, according to the court, will be presenting and testifying to his orange GSM number 0777 14 21 13, which he allegedly used from February 21 to February 25, 2023. The court expects Tille to provide information on who he may have contacted during that period following the alleged murder of Shala Musu at the residence of former Chief Justice Gloria Musu Scott on February 22. Tille is a senior officer of the Monrovia City Police. Furthermore, and his Orange and Lone Star GSM Company, the Orange and Lone Star GSM Company, were also subpoenaed to explain the ownership and usage of Lone Star numbers 0880 898722, 0886 529330, and Orange GSM number 0776 which are linked to Councillor Gloria Musu Scott, one of the three defendants in the case. The appearance to testify was a result of a request by the defense lawyers to find out themselves from these numbers whether Tille played any role in the murder of Shala Musu on February 22, 2023. The requests to have the GSM company appear before the court were made by the defense lawyers to challenge the Liberian National Police investigation report, which cleared Tille and Koji of an involvement in the attack at Councillor's courthouse. Despite the report or investigation by the police, we want to find out for ourselves from the telephone numbers the role they play in Shalom murder conspiracy and raising false alarm to law enforcement officers, the defense lawyers noted. The defense says it wants to ascertain the role Tille played in the alleged murder conspiracy and in raising false alarms to law enforcement officers by examining the telephone records. However, the prosecution strongly opposed Tille's appearance and the production of his telephone numbers, arguing that he and Koji had already been investigated and cleared by the LP. Judge Christopher Willie denied the prosecution's objection. It should be noted that following Charlotte's death, Councillor Jerome Verda, former chairperson of the Truth and Reconciliation Commission, accused Koji of being the mastermind behind the attack on Councillor Scott Hinn, which resulted in the death of her granddaughter. Verda also provided additional information about the incident. According to reports, Jefferson Koji allegedly escorted Valley Tille across the Liberia-Cote d'Ivoire border through Nimba County to avoid potential prosecution amidst growing calls for an impartial investigation. So this is one of the trending news that we got here on the Daily Observer newspaper as it relates to the case, the pending case of Councillor Gloria Musu Scott, and that of her late granddaughter, Charlotte Musu Scott. So this is actually an interesting one, and one of the high-ranking security of Jefferson Koji will be is entitled to be in court today for hearing, and he has to. There are some things that have to be clear today, and therefore they are asking for records and Orange Loan Star mobile numbers because he had certain numbers that that the lawyer thing is a kind of problem, and yes they are seated for this case today as well. So we hoping to get an outcome from this. You all know the issue of counselor, and you all know how things have been with her already. So the death of her granddaughter Charlotte is not just an easy one, and she being placed in bars is not easy as well. So we hoping that justice can be served so that the family can have a rest. Yes, so we commence our news reading. World Bank lifts Liberia suspension. The World Bank has lifted the suspension imposed on Liberia after the country settled all outstanding debt payments. The lifting of the ban marks a significant development for Liberia's economic growth and development. The suspension imposed a little over a week ago had prevented the Liberian government from accessing unwithdrawn loans and specific trust fund grants. But the lifting of the suspension now means that Liberia can now access these loans, providing much needed financial resources to address pressing issues such as poverty, infrastructure, and healthcare. For Liberia, this move comes as a much needed boost to its struggling economy. The country has been grappling with various challenges, including high levels of poverty, limited infrastructure, and a weak healthcare system. Access to these unwithdrawn loans will provide Liberia with much needed financial resources to address these pressing issues. In reference to the notice issued by the International Development Association (World Bank) to the Republic of Liberia, member countries, date November 15, 2023, suspending withdrawals under the suspended loans referred to in said notice, we are pleased to inform you that the World Bank has received all the overdue payments referred to in the suspension notice and all other payments owed by the member country that have fallen due since the suspension date referred to in said notice. The member country is therefore now current on all payments owed by them to the bank under the suspended loan. Consequently, the suspension of withdrawals under the suspended loans has been lifted as of November 24, 2023. The World Bank said in its notice lifting Liberia's suspension. It may be recalled that on November 15, the International Development Association (World Bank) issued a notice suspending the George Weah administration, denying it access to the withdrawal of loans due to the delay in servicing its debt obligation. The decision to suspend access was conveyed in a letter on November 15 to Liberia's Finance Minister Samuel Tuer from the Vice President of the Western and Central Africa region at the World Bank, Osmani Dagana. So this is what it under the Daily Observer newspaper folks. Dr. Oluq Menje is inducted as Totman University's fourth president. As you all know, Dr. Olu Menje served as um, the president for Rick's Institute. So yes, Rick's Mission Institute. So this is another one for him. He's serving as president, as the fourth president for the Totman University. A big congratulations to him and Dr. Oluq Menje. He is a Reverend as well. So yeah. So Reverend Dr. Oluq Menje was on Tuesday, November 28th, inducted as the fourth president of the William V. S. Tubman University in Harper, Maryland County. Performing the induction ceremony at the fourth Investor Program in Harper, the chairman of the Board of Trustees, Reverend Dr. Julius S. Nelson, extended the board's performed Gratitude to the faculty, administration, staff, and students for reaching this far. We have reached this milestone in Tufman University history due to your commitment, dedication, peace, and reconciliation. Dr. Nelson said, I am grateful to you all for your support, understanding, collaboration, and partnership in assisting the Board of Trustees and Government of Liberia for maintaining calm and stability at the university. He called on Reverend Dr. Oluku Menje to uphold the charter of the university. Dr. Menje's appointment as the president of the university is in keeping with Section 2, Article 4 of the university charter, which says the president of the university shall be the chief executive officer and shall be appointed by the board of trustees upon his or her nomination by the visitor of the university in such terms and conditions as it is in the same faith, he or she be responsible for the discipline of the university. He also congratulated Dr. Menji for his preferment in his acceptance to serve the people of Liberia through Tubman University in Maryland County. The Board of Trustees has explicit confidence and trust in you to diligently perform your function as president and that you will serve well, Nelson said. He urged the students, staff, faculty, and the people of Maryland County to accord Dr. Menji the needed atmosphere in the discharge of his duties. In his acceptance remarks, Menje extended thanks to the President George Manning Weah for his appointment as president of William V.S. University and promised to uphold the trust and confidence reposed in him. So yeah, folks, that is for that. A big congratulations to Dr. Oluku Menje for a big step, a big win. Congratulations to you. He served as a head of Rick's Mission Institute before, and then he's gone at a higher level that is for university. So we hope and pray that you can exemplify all of the positive things so that you can also come over hopefully one day to the state university here, University of Liberia. That would be a plus for you as well. So we are hoping and trusting that you do not feel us, but you serve well. So from the front page African newspaper, we just read a lot of interesting story from the front page African newspaper. U.S. allies increase pressure on Liberia, Marshall Island, and Panama to enforce Russian oil sanctions. According to a source familiar with the matter, the US, EU, and UK have communicated with their expectation to mention countries urging them to prevent ships under their flags from transporting Russian oil above the stipulated price cap. The practice of flag hopping, where shell companies use flags of these nations to evade sanctions, has been identified as a loophole, prompting the call for increased vigilance. Lloyd's List intelligence and oil analysts have noted that Panama, the Marshall Islands, and Liberia have been unwittingly involved in the flag hopping phenomenon. Approximately 40% of the 535 dark fleet tankers have registered ownership through companies incorporated in the Marshall Islands, according to Lloyd's List intelligence. The letters addressed to Liberia, the Marshall Islands, and Panama highlighted the growing concern over circumvention of the G7's price cap on Russian oil. They emphasize the elevated risks associated with vessels that lack worsening insurance and other services, and the letters warn to the potential consequences for ships seeking alternative flags. So yes, that is what that from the front page Africa newspaper. Another one reads Liberia and Morocco begin preparation ahead of second futurist stock assessment. Liberia and Morocco begin preparation of second fisheries stock assessment. The government of Liberia, through the National Fisheries and Agriculture and Aquaculture Authority (NAFA) and the government of Morocco, have begun preparation ahead of the conduct of the second fisheries stock assessment on Liberian waters. The preparatory works began Friday, December 1, 2023, following the arrival of Ohio Power Technical Fisheries delegation from the Kingdom of Morocco. The second independent stock assessment will take place in the mid-January 2024 with technical assistance from the Moroccan government. The visit of the Moroccan technical delegation to Liberia, a NAFA press release is quoted as saying, is predicted upon the need to implement the MOU signed recently between the government of Liberia through NAFA and the Moroccan government Ministry of Aquaculture, Maritime Fisheries, Rural Development, Water, and Forestry for the conduct of a feedstock assessment in the exclusive zone east of Liberia. So we move quickly to the new down, and this is the editorial. Our subpoena is not an indictment. It has been observed in many instances that a subpoena from the court inviting somebody to appear often leaves people worrying and panicking, as if they have been indicted for a crime, which often proves the contrary. A subpoena is nothing to worry about as long as one is convinced of his or her innocence and can prove beyond a reasonable doubt. This is something for you to learn today, people who are listening, about you being cited to be in court for a reason and you thinking that you are wrong. I mean, you're gonna go to jail and everything. This is a clear indication that a subpoena from the court. A subpoena is a document, sure, that is given inviting somebody to appear in a court. So sometimes it leaves people worrying, like, what have I done in XYZ? But no, it's not to scare you based on your conscience. This is just one thing based on your innocence and you can prove beyond all reasonable doubt. There's nothing to worry you about that. So many people have been at one time in other subpoenaed by the court and have appeared testified before the judge and leave. Testifying in court simply means telling the judge all that you know about a particular issue, saying nothing but the truth and the whole truth. A recent example of a court subpoena involved Unity Party Senator Barrier and President-elect Joseph Yuma Boakai during the collaborating political party CPP's Rock Marrow and saw former presidential candidate Alexander B. Cummings taken to court for allegedly tampering with the CPP framework document. Ambassador Barker, in adherence to the subpoena, appeared in the court and testified all that he knew about the document and left. Period. The court had nothing else to do with him, so he walked out a free man and continued his political sojourn that eventually saw him officially pronounced as president-elect of Liberia. So yeah, that is one of the examples of the subpoena we are talking about, and this illustration is something else. But however, this is something we also know. A subpoena is not an indictment. Yeah, that's correct. A subpoena is a document informing you that you're cited for court appearance, and yeah, you going to testify, say nothing but the truth. And yes, if based on your innocence or your innocence, you can walk out of there easily. But if you somewhere somehow forfeit these things, automatically you're gonna be held responsible. So that is for that. Hot Pepper newspaper says WHO regional director wants communities empowered in HIV response. WHO. So World Health Organization Regional Director for Africa, Dr. Mashiso Milti, has sent a clarion call to governments, civil society, development partners, and all stakeholders to jointly empower communities to lead the HIV response. In her official statement during the observance of the World AIDS Day 2023, over the weekend under the theme Let Communities Lead. Dr. Milty admonished the key actors to recommit to providing communities the necessary support and autonomy they need to succeed. Let us work hand in hand with the communities and foster an environment where they can indeed lead to an AIDS-free world, she said. The health experts underscore the need to recognize the diversity among communities affected by HIV and ensure that tailored interventions are implemented, addressing the specific needs of key populations such as young and adolescent girls, men who have sex with men, transgender individuals, sex workers, and people who inject drugs. Furthermore, we must strive to remove the remaining barriers that prevent individuals from accessing testing, prevention, treatment, and care services. These services' affordability, availability, and acceptability need to be improved to reach the most marginalized and vulnerable populations, she added. The WHO Regional Director for Africa also emphasized the crucial role of community led monitoring in improving community leadership for Liberia. Thanks for joining us this morning. This is how we shut down our news segment. My name is Bertrand Sipar, and this is how I inform you about the happenings within our country, Liberia, and the world at large through the daily edition of Inside of Print Media. I'm hoping to get you again tomorrow. Please stay with me tomorrow as we'll bring to you interesting topics relating to our country, Liberia. This is how we call it a day. Bye bye. I love you. And hopefully, I'll be back tomorrow. Thanks for watching the daily edition of Inside of Print Media. My name is Greg Pina Karishpa.